Here goes the artist here named Irene Cara. She did a lot of my songs and my image long before a lot of these artists ever came in the 80s and so. And Irene Cara sung songs for fame. And fame is just a rebirth of life being um, demonstrated in song and dance. And we did a television show for fame. And Leroy was a student, a young man that was in a classroom of me, and Debbie Allen played me. So I had a lot of shows on television back in the 70s, and a lot of television shows I did back in those days. And Irene Cara did the soundtrack, and we worked on songs, and she sung, and it's good to find young women at the time, and that can be in my image. But Irene Cara was a woman that was actually the first woman in my image. She was the first one that had the beauty of a lot of other women in a place that had her own, that thick eyebrows. A lot of people was plucking their eyebrows back in those days, and right behind her became a young lady for MTV. She was a hostess back in the day. These were basically we wanted other artists to come in and be involved, and some of them didn't want to do it. But Irene was a young lady that wanted to practice a lot of experience. She played the piano like I did. A young woman that was in my image, had a lot of experience. So very humble young lady she was, very sweet, part of a lot of creations, a lot of things that I did in the past. And a lot of people didn't know that Irene did a lot of stuff for me. We were in the church. A lot of us, some people in the church didn't understand the things that we were doing at that time. We just wanted to show the talent. We didn't really want the church to be judging us, telling us that what we couldn't do. And I was deep into the church, but I didn't want the church telling me that I couldn't dance. I wanted to show the freestyle of my freedom in life and show an expression of freedom through dance. And I will always be a dancer. I will always be free spirited, and we just wanted to show the details. And Irene Cara, she ended up doing the soundtrack of a lot of my films that were out back in the 70s. Thank you, Ira. We thank you. And everybody call her Irene. I call her Ira. And I'm the only one that calls her Ira, but she's a very special girl, beautiful. And a lot of people don't realize that all of these people were special to us one while. And young people came in and they thought they were just Beyonce. No, Irene Cara was the big girl back in those days because she was demonstrating a lot of my songs and singing and dancing. And she got a lot of songs that a lot of people didn't get. And I hate to see the young generation today take the credit for the stuff that we did back in those days. And we worked pretty hard. We put a lot in what we believed in, and we just want to show the young generation that we don't want all that we did to be demonstrated as negative. We put up with the hard times. There were times we was in the cold and everything wasn't so glamorous and beautiful. We had to go and we had to suffer. A lot of us didn't have a place to stay. Entertainment field was the only place we can go. We'd probably be in a hotel, and we had to go back home to our immediate family and build up wealth and a lot of money. And a lot of us never came home. We was on the road a lot. We was always, on the road. And a lot of us got married, had our families, and we made lots of sacrifice being away from home, away from our families in order to make ends meet. And that was our way of survival. And a lot of people thought they knew me, but I know some people that know me all my life. And Irene did a lot of my songs, and a lot of people didn't know that. And we did Fame, and I had to add Leroy into Fame because Leroy was a young man that went to school with me, and we talked about our life. And growing up for me in school was dancing, a lot of celebration, a lot of great good things happened. And we just shared it with Hollywood, shared it with everyone, shared it with people. We wanted our experience, not only just in the church, but everywhere.